It is great to be back here in Denver. Thank you to all the Coloradans who are here, as well as those from Denver, for hosting us and making this an extraordinary homecoming for us as Democrats. We made history here. We witnessed history. When we came here to show that Democrats in the heartland of America not only could win, but would win, we have been able to show who we are as Democrats, albeit this year in a very difficult year. It was a year for most of us in which we felt deeply the question of who we are and where do we start organizing. But the last 2 years have been extraordinary for us as Democrats. The challenges that we have faced, our ability to go out and to stand up for the things that we believe in, I think history will look back on those years as among the most productive that we have seen. A House and a Senate, a president working together for the American people, and DMO played a very important role. About a year and a half ago, when I came before you as incoming chair, I said we were going to do some new things with this organization to make sure that we utilized you, the people who are on the ground in America's communities, in hamlets, in towns, in villages, and cities, to be able to deliver with credibility national messages and national priorities. During the healthcare fight, we reached out to you. In fact, we had a list from the party of all the swing votes, and we had local elected officials for the first time get on the phone in the 3 days before the vote to help swing some of the votes and deliver health care reform that could not have been accomplished without your activism and without local Democrats. So thank you. We are the Democratic voice in local politics, but we're also the local voice in Democratic politics. And we have expanded the reach and the relationship with the national party. We have had a retreat of our executive board in Los Angeles, where we were able to meet with Clyde Williams, the political director of our party. We have worked closely with Governor Kane. Many of you joined us on the conference call that he did with local Democrats before the November elections. We have a new website. We have a robust e-newsletter that you've seen come out weekly, giving not only important information of what Democrats are doing in local communities, but also highlighting national priorities and giving you the chance to participate in making sure that we make change in Washington happen as well. We've also been highlighting talent. If you know a great local Democrat, let us know. Each month we've been highlighting local Democrats of the month, and we're so excited later on in this meeting to be crowning our first Local Democrat of the Year. If you or somebody you know is doing innovative things, let us know, let Barbara know, and we'll make sure that we highlight the work that people are doing throughout this country as well. I wanted to speak about one thing very near and dear to all of our hearts up here, and it's difficult to have this meeting without thinking about somebody who is not here with us as well. We're going to be unveiling in our March meeting in December the Susan Burgess Memorial Award. Susan Burgess was my predecessor, somebody who made an amazing impact in her community in Charlotte, in her state in North Carolina, in the National League of Cities as a board member, and as your chair, your past chair of Democratic municipal officials. It's with deep, deep sadness that the board of directors, members, and friends of DMO say farewell to our dear friend and immediate past president, Susan Burgess. She lost her battle with cancer earlier this year. All of you who knew her and were friends with her, she was the most courageous person I've ever met who had cancer. She literally would not let it stop her from anything. She went to council meetings till the last moment that she could. She didn't want to talk about it. She didn't deny it, and she would not engage with you, but she said, I'm going to live every last moment of my life while I have that. Surrounded by friends and family, earlier this year, we lost her. She led DMO tirelessly and enthusiastically to where we are today. We will forever miss her, her smile, her friendship, her boundless energy. She helped build DMO into a more vibrant and relevant organization, and she set a vision for an even greater things that were to come. In her honor, we wanted to do something, and we thought the best way to honor her work was to establish the Susan Burgess Memorial Award to be presented each spring at our national meeting in Washington, D.C. to a member of the DMO, a local Democratic municipal official who has made an impact in an area she cared so much about, education, public education. And to apply for the award, we encourage you, again, for folks that you know who are your colleagues, or if it's an area that you have done something, to please fill out an application or nominate somebody. Just submit a very brief essay at our new website, nationaldmo.org/awards. That's nationaldmo.org/awards, and we'll be sending that out to all of you as well. Thank you, Susan, for everything. In some traditions, we have a moment of silence. In other traditions, we do something that I like a little better, which is I would like you to join me in giving her A final round of applause from the DMO. Thank you all very much, and we know she's up there in heaven organizing Democrats as we speak. I'd like to bring out our great, dynamic, new executive director, Barbara Moore, to give you a preview of the exciting new opportunities and partnerships for DMO members.
We are forming, beyond this executive board, a new national board of directors where we will begin by identifying a state chair in each of the 50 states. An application to serve on that state board is also available on our website. This is a chance to get in on the ground floor. Be the first person in your state to start organizing municipal officials there and to be our liaison to the good works happening in your state that you want known at the national level, and when we want to start moving things from the national level down to the local level, that you can be our liaison there. Please save your date for Saturday, March 12th, the first day of the NLC meeting in Washington, D.C. We are going to host an all-day DMO campaign training designed specifically for incumbents. We know that most of the trainings that are out there are sort of the nuts and bolts of how to run a basic campaign. You've all done that. We want to go the next step and talk about the tools that you can use throughout your term, but also specifically in campaign times, from new technologies, as well as specific tools and strategies. So we hope that you will enjoy that. We will be sending out in our newsletter some surveys to get your input on what you'd like to see in that content and sharing more information. So if you are not already receiving our newsletters, if you sign in with your email address today, we'll make sure that you get on that list, but just to be sure, you can also sign up at the link provided there, nationaldmo.org/newsletter. As Eric mentioned, we are working to build strategic partnerships with the Democratic National Committee, working to make sure that municipal officials will be your voice there. As a part of that campaign training, we are going to launch a National Speakers Bureau. We will be providing training with help from some of our sponsors to get you that on-air training that you will need to serve on our National Speakers Bureau, but also to make use of those tools within your own community. We'll be working cooperatively with the DNC, so when there are issues happening at the national level that they're trying to move in Congress, and they need the local voice on that, we're working with Act Blue. Many of you are familiar with them. They have been a real force in fundraising for Democrats specifically. They've been working at the federal level, they've been working at the state level, and they are finally starting to work at the municipal level. They want to work in the communities where you have hot races coming, and so we need to know from you, if you want to use Act Blue for your fundraising, we'll get them ramping up for that. So if you've got a campaign coming in 2011 or 2012, let us know that now. All of your many committees, all of your friends can form their own fundraising pages for you and use that as an organizing tool. In just a moment, you'll be hearing from our friends at Go Campaign Live. That's another new online web app for you, and we're building more of those kind of opportunities so you as our members will have some opportunities that other folks don't. As a member of DMO, you will be eligible to serve on our national board. You will receive deeply discounted campaign training when we do that in March and again in following years, and there will be other membership benefits and discounts, the one you'll be hearing of shortly. Your dues also do a lot for DMO. They do help us with staffing and so that we can be your voice in Washington. They are helping us redevelop and build a national network of Democratic municipal officials. They allow us to provide that routine member communications and further outreach, and they allow us to bring this kind of quality programming to you. Finally, a strong membership base where our members are supporting us not only by showing up to events or signing up for an email list, but putting their dollars to work, helps us attract other dollars. Our sponsors want to see that we are supported by our members. If you prefer to pay online through Act Blue, you could do so on our website. So please consider that today. It is very important to the future of our organization.